Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today on this episode we're going to discuss about Manchester United versus Chelsea nil-nil. So let's get started. So basically, the moment the lineups were out, I was like amazed. I was like amazed. What was he thinking? It was like either it's like a Ole masterclass. If he wins that thing, it won't be a Ole disaster class. So it was like a very surprising lineup for me after the PSG game and Newcastle game. It was like both the managers were like playing for a point. I can understand that thing with Lampard because he wanted to get a defensive performance where he wanted to get a point and protect the wanted to protect his line. So it was like change in formation. You can guess it, but basically all he doing that it was like really surprising to see. Basically, Mourinho will be like proud of this Manchester United team. The way they perform throughout the 90 minutes, he will be like rubbing his hand. This is what Ole was appointed for, then I don't know how can you not go on Ole because this is the same tactics that Jose Mourinho got the sack. So basically, if you're like playing the same tactics with another manager, you deserve a bashing. Yeah. You deserve the criticism. So it is what it is. Yeah, I I see baffling decisions in terms of team selections. Yeah, as you can see from the stats, basically Rashford is not a suitable striker when he's like has a very low conversion rate. Playing in such a defensive systems or defensive tactics where the chances are very few, you need a striker who can score that goal with one shot. So basically, you are asking for a player who has a higher shot to goal conversion rate. Basically, you can see from the tactics, Rashford doesn't have that. He requires a 4 or 5 shots so that he can score one goal. So the conversion rate is very low. You had a player in Greenwood who had a better shot to goal ratio. You could have easily selected him because that's the player you need in front of goal, taking chances. Yeah, I know Martial was suspended, but you should have selected Greenwood. Yeah, it was a baffling decision because he is not that type of striker. He is well suited to play when there is a ball behind the defense, running at defenders. He's not the one who takes the chances. He's more of a Raheem Sterling type player, yeah, where even though he still has to do a lot of work, but still he had two golden chances to score goals and he missed both, yeah. So it is what it is. It's a decision by manager to play Rashford ahead of Greenwood. If Greenwood was fit to come in the second half, I think he's fit to start the game here. He needs to look into such minor details if he wants to win the games. Ole versus Lampard, yeah. From the start of the game till the end of the game, everyone knew what the Chelsea were like playing for. They came in for that 1 point and they got the 1 point. So if there is any winner in this battle, it has to be Lampard, yeah. Ole, you should have you should have known that this is the tactics they're gonna play. You can see that we had 14 shots. Out of that, 4 were on targets. So basically, compared to that of Chelsea, it was very high. So basically, we had chances, but we didn't had that front three had that is we didn't had that front three which was like clinical in front of goal. So and adding to that, the tactics were also like not that great. It was like defensive. Like both the managers were like scared to lose this game. But basically, if I had to choose a winner from this battle, then Lampard is a clear winner because he got a point that too on a away ground. So it is what it is. The substitutions in the game were like too late here. The substitution of Paul Pogba and Edwinson Cavani, it was like too late for them to make any impact in the game. Even the substitution of Greenwood were like baffling. Why keep a player like Greenwood on the bench on first place? He should have started instead of any other player. He's like better goal. He had a better goal to shot ratio compared to that of Rashford. He should have started in that game. Van de Beek, Donny Van de Beek. I don't know what he has to do to get into the starting lineup. He can play in that three position where the Rashford, Bruno Fernandes, or Greenwood used to play. He can play across that front three where he's like comfortable. Donny Van de Beek, I don't know what he has to do to get into that starting lineup. He can play easily that position where Juan Mata played here. He can play that position where Marcus Rashford played. He can play across that front three here, but still he doesn't get the chance. I don't know what James and Juan Mata had done better than that of what I don't know what James and Juan Mata has done to guaranteed a start instead of Donny here. Donny must be like sad seeing his former team scoring goals for fun and he's like sitting on the bench here. He's a Champions League level of player and he's not getting a starting place in this Manchester United team. It's like baffling here. Very surprisingly, it's like very surprising to see him start on the bench. And he needs to start on the. He needs to start in that starting 11. I want to see him start. I want to see him start in the Leipzig game from the first minute on the pitch. Yeah. He's too good to sit on the bench. Yeah. If we have played like that 40 million money to Ajax, he needs to start him here. In the studio, we like Evra was like questioning the same thing what we as a fans were like questioning. If we signed him for what to sit on the bench? No, yeah, he deserve a start. So I think I just want to see him starting next game here.